Okay. Um, how'd you guys think of how well the album went out with the sales and everything? Are you surprised on how well it did?
The response for the Delirium EP so far for the pre-orders has been amazing, absolutely amazing. We are truly honoured, shocked in some ways, but honoured for the interest of the band. It's been really, really cool.
It has been. It's been overwhelming.
Now, what are you guys planning on doing next?
Okay, well, the official release date is on the 1st of July, so that's exciting. So far, the people who have heard the CD, the response for the reviews has been amazing. The people in Australia who've already received the CD, the response has been awesome as well. So we're just waiting for it to arrive around the world in America and the rest of the world. So that's first up. From there, we're going to be playing a Webfest show, Danny,
Yes.
which is we will be recording in a couple of weeks, and that'll be streamed in August, and it's brought to you by New Wave of Classic Rock. And yeah, that's very exciting. So we're going to perform all the songs on the EP and continue to promote, doing lots of promo. And we have got some shows later on in the year as well, as long as everything goes okay with COVID.
Yeah, I know it must have been kind of tough starting out with everything going on right now. I imagine it probably slowed things down a little bit with trying to get stuff ready.
Slowed up a lot, actually. But the thing is that we're concentrating in, we've got new material that we've got to learn. So we've got a song that I want to sing next week, and a new song, and then I know there's other songs coming up as well. So we're keeping busy, just trying to get songs written and recorded for the next step. So
Yeah, and
I'm super excited.
We're rehearsing as a band as well, so that's really exciting because when we formed the band, it was just Danny and I pretty much, and our producer Paul Lane, who so it was kind of like us three that were working on the songs and the recording. But now it's actually a full-fledged band because we've got John Benici on guitar, we've got Glenn Cav on bass guitar, and recently we've acquired Jason Tyro on drums. So now it's a full-fledged band, and yeah, it's very, very exciting. So we're beginning to rehearse, and as I said, we've got a Webfest show to prepare for. So it just feels really, really good, and it's just the best feeling when things have together really well.
Yeah, I think you guys make a good pair together. I haven't heard much about the other guys that have joined the band, but I know you guys definitely work well together. And Steve, you're an amazing guitarist, and Danny, as I told you before, you have one of those amazing voices I've heard.
I appreciate that. Yeah, but with Stevie and I, we've known each other for a long, long time. Like when I was at the age of 17, 18, I had a band back in the day, and he was in Cyclone Tracy. I was in a band called Wild Bunch. Um, we used to see each other back then. And many years passed by, and we've always been in the loop. Because of him being in Black Majesty as well for a lot of years. I used to always get up on that stage and sing Guardian.
Yeah.
So we're always there, and when things went the opposite side with I Fear, it was like 2.5 years, and I wasn't doing anything, and then I get a phone call from Stevie, and it changed everything, because I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do. because you kind of put into those dark places. But as soon as Stevie gave me the opportunity that would you like to join Wicked Smile, it was a yes from me. And that first song that we did, We Fall, it was just, it's so amazing. Even us hearing it, we thought, you know what, this is going to work really well. And it just took time for us to get members, but it was just important for us to get good players, but also good-minded people, like good hearts and kind people, just to work with, because that was so important for us. To get a bunch of really nice people.
Absolutely.
To be amongst the group, and we've got that. So yeah, Stevie and I, we've known each other for a long, long time, and finally, we're a lot older and a lot wiser, and it's I'm over the moon. It's been a fantastic vibe.
Yeah, I think you guys started out really strong when you came out with the first song, and then as more came out, it seemed like you got better and better, and by the last track, it just pulled it all together.
100%.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing, I think, that when Danny and I, after we recorded We Fall, it almost sent shivers down my spine and how good things sounded, and we both knew that this was the right thing to do. The chemistry was great, so the working relationship, as Danny said before, we've had a mutual respect for each other in regards to what we've done in the past. And I know when it came to that point of searching for a singer, Danny, look no further than Danny is one of the best singers in Australia and also frontman. So I'm honoured to be in a band with him, and it's so cool that each time we have released a new single, more and more people have been really writing beautiful responses on social media, saying that they really like the material and they're loving what we're doing. And we sold so many pre-orders of the CD, and that just, or if that doesn't give you, the, I guess, confirmation that we're doing the right thing, I don't know what would. Like, for Danny and I, we sometimes just sort of smile and think, wow, people have been so accepting to what we're doing to this band, and it really is beautiful. And like I said before, people are writing beautiful messages to us on Facebook and writing really awesome comments on YouTube. It's just amazing. It really is amazing.
Now, what would you say is your each personal favorite track, and why?
I would say Delirium, Days of Delirium. I don't know, it just does something for me. I just love it. Golly, I don't know what to say about it, but when I first got that track, and Paul Lane sung on it, so and it was, I knew, like, as soon as I had the chance to sing on this, it was just amazing. Just the song itself. Look, they're pretty much all my favorites, because every song has something different, something special. But definitely for me, it's Days of Delirium. It's super cool.
I guess for me, besides We Fall, because that was the first track, Love's Got a Hold on You for me. I think the feel of the music, and then when Danny sings, it's just it's just, to me, what encompasses a really, really good heavy rock song, and it just seems to work. But as Danny said before, it's very hard picking your favorite song, because because you love them all. It's like choosing your favorite child or something, because we've worked really hard in a short space of time, but we've worked really hard on coming up with some really good, strong product. And I'd like to think that all the songs on the EP, there's no weak songs, and we discussed that early on, that we just wanted it to, have that quality control of no filler songs. So yeah, it's coming together really well. And as Danny mentioned before, he's going to be recording vocals on a new track next week, and you can already tell that that's going to be a winner as well. So
it's amazing.
Yeah, so it's really cool.
Yeah, I can tell you that now. It's a great song.
Yeah.
Because every song that we have just has a special punch to it. It's just the melodies, the groove, the way Stevie plays the guitars and all that stuff, and his songwriting is just amazing as well. And that's where it's so important. You can write songs, and then you can write a really, really good song, melodies and all that stuff. And I tell you, it's like when all of that is happening, it's going to turn out to sound fantastic. And that's probably one of our key secrets is, write good songs.
Yep.
And when that happens, everything else just flows together.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
I think also previously I'd worked with Paul Lane, and when I started writing some tunes for Wicked Smile, I used Paul as like a little bit of a bounce off person, and he'd like I'd write a song, and then Paul would give me his opinion on it, and then if there was something to make it better, he would add some things to it. So a lot of the songs have kind of like that match fitness, if you want to call it. So and then by the time that we all record it just seems to work, and Danny just brings it to to another level. So it's been really, really cool.
Paul Lane, he's amazing. Haven't met him yet in person, but we came close, and then this COVID happened.
Yes, that's right.
But Paul Lane to me is like an angel to me. He's so generous, honest. He's just an amazing person, and to finally be working with Paul Lane is just mind blowing.
It's great to have a person like Paul guiding us as well, because Paul has been in the industry for quite a while. He was a solo artist, and then joined the band Danger, and after that, and now he's currently in the Defiance. So for him to be producing our material, it's fantastic. And Danny and I are just absolutely wrapped with the product, and the people. I think the interest for the band speaks for itself. So we're very blessed.
Yeah, he's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you guys when you say every track is good and no track is filler or anything, because I can definitely hear all the work you guys put into it and everything. My favorite track would have to be Stronger, though, just because of the vocals and how everything ties together. That would be my favorite, I would have to say.
Awesome.
Cool. That one's really it's important to me, because that song I wrote totally on my own, but the lyrics actually focus on loosely are about my daughter Cassidy, who's a 17-year-old singer herself, particularly when she a couple of years ago made the move from elementary school for you guys, from elementary school to high school, secondary school. She was given a bit of a hard time by some of the kids for pursuing rock music. So I remember sometimes just chatting to her, saying, look, stick to your guns, just be strong. And we put that track together as a band. I really wanted to focus on the lyrics of, hey, bullying is not okay, and that's a big message in that song. And you be strong, and you can do it. And it applies to so many things or so many people. So it's an uplifting song with a little bit of a negative, negative parts to it in regards to bullying. But it's something that I feel very strong about myself. So thank you, Emmy.
Now, I guess it's kind of an unusual question, but the way the EP went, where every song had its own different theme to it. When you release stuff in the future, are you going to do CDs based on one thing or just have continue with a variety of sort of different ideas?
Do you mean the art, the kind of the vampire art? Is that what you mean?
No, like how each song is about something totally different.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it'll always be something different. But I think well, the new one that we're Wait for the Night that we've just written is kind of focuses on the vampire theme and the Dracula theme. So yeah, it really depends on how we feel, what we touch on lyrically. But yeah, each song, like, we cover things in We Fall about government and division of society and people, and then we've got Love's Got a Hold on You, which kind of speaks for itself. Stronger about bullying, and Days of Delirium, which is about the human mind. And with the next single, Wait for the Night, that one's kind of like the vampire Dracula theme. So I guess it really depends on what we feel for the song, because most of the time I'll write the music first, and then we'll put a melody to it, and then we'll touch the lyrics. But yeah, people are really going to love this next one. It's upbeat. It's kind of has maybe a little bit of a Ronnie James Dio influence, and yeah, it's sort of very heavy rock, very metal, and it's coming together really cool. So I'm really excited. Danny's singing on it next week, as I said.
Yeah, that was two other things I wanted to ask you that I forgot to ask you. One, why the name Wicked Smile, and two, how did you come up with the images that you've been putting out for each song and everything?
Sure. Name Wicked Smile. It's a little bit of a tough one, because it kind of came about because I love the word wicked. I just think it's kind of it has a little bit of sexiness about it, but at the same time, Wicked Smile, you think, well, it's got a heavy metal theme to it, but in a cunning kind of way, and I like that. And with the fluorescent green logo, kind of it's in your face, and has a little bit of that metal thing to it. I think a lot of bands, from the 70s and 80s, when they have those logos that stand out, that was kind of the whole point with that. In regards to the themes, I guess I know myself, and I think Danny's very similar. With a lot of 70s and 80s hard rock and heavy metal, there was a lot of theme-based stuff about that kind of genre, whether it be Dio with the horns, or their motive character Iron Maiden with Eddie. So I like the idea, even with Black Majesty. In the past, for me, when we had the Black Majesty theme of the girls, so I like the idea of people connecting the dots, and they see an image and they think, oh yeah, that's Wicked Smile. So I think that kind of works. And I think for yourself, when you were with Pegasus, you had the horse. So
Correct.
I mean, there's certain an element of heavy metal to it and hard rock, which gives connection for people. And I think that kind of works hand in hand. And for us with this, it's like almost like a sexy vampire kind of image, but without being too blood and gore.
That's very cool. That's kind of what I was thinking, that you wanted to come off as, kind of mischievous, but kind of like tough and at the same time, something new, something different you haven't quite seen, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
If it's okay, I'd like to ask one last question before you guys go.
Absolutely.
Um, Next year, if everything's over with, everything that's been going on with the COVID-19 and everything, if everything's better, what would you guys want to do if you could accomplish anything next year, be it touring, more albums? What would you want to do if you could do anything for next year?
Oh, definitely tour, and come over, do it to the US, other parts of the world as well. So that's definitely on the cards. If this COVID relaxes, it's still a little bit of a worry for us because everything's restarted again. We're in the second wave. But no, most definitely, if everything eases up and all that stuff, yeah, I definitely want to tour and come over to to the US, and I've got a lot of friends there too, so they're hanging out. That we can meet up and have dinner and go to the show, and for the first time they can see us live as well. So, but I know Stevie's got plenty as well.
Absolutely, and that's the thing. I think Danny and I have been blessed because we've played in many bands in the past that we've made many lifelong friends around the world. So that there's people that we are genuine friends all over the world. So I know in the UK, for example, I've been over there the last couple of years. So many good people who've just really taken to Wicked Smile, and right across the world, and in America as well. Like I've played in America quite a few times, and this is definitely something we see as a world band, not just Australia. So obviously, we're Australian, we will play in Australia, but if there's some cool offers, we'll definitely be over to America and Europe and Asia and et cetera, et cetera. So the response has been great. For us, the next thing is to get an album out. So we're working on a full-length album, and fingers crossed things sort themselves out with the COVID stuff as soon as possible, because we want to meet all of our friends and fans all over the world. So we're very big on that. Danny and I were talking about this before, that you can't fake being good people. It's all about connections with your fans. So we genuinely love meeting people. So this whole COVID thing has really thrown things kind of in a strange way, because we like shaking people's hands, giving people hugs, and so things are going to be done a little bit differently. But at the same time, we can't wait to meet everyone, including yourself, Emmy.
Yeah.
I know it'll be amazing when everything gets back to normal and we can focus on, seeing our friends and family and not having to wear a mask everywhere and
Exactly.
just hiding in our houses and not doing anything. It's awful to be able to not get out and enjoy everything.
Exactly. Yeah, it'd be very hard to sing with a mask.
That's right.
Yes, that can't happen. But yeah, no, we just can't wait until this whole thing's over. I mean, it's such a put us into the dark, but not just for us, but for everybody. For all the music industry. Yeah, so fingers crossed. Like, hopefully things will ease before Christmas and all that stuff. And yeah, we're just waiting for this thing to be over, so we can have the opportunity to start, getting out of Australia to start playing some really cool big shows.
Yeah, I guess for us being a new band, if you're trying to look at things in a positive way, is that people have really been willing to give us a go and really listen to our songs. Sometimes when things are moving so frantic and there's so many shows out there and blah blah blah, then sometimes people are not willing to give new bands a go, and I think that has maybe worked to our favour in some ways, that people have been at home and have really taken a liking to the band. So it really has been pleasing. So we happy for the fact that things are really building for Wicked Smile, and the response has been absolutely awesome. So we're really excited for that to continue, get the album out, and then get to play some shows.
Well, I definitely hope things keep going in the right direction for you guys, because I know you're working hard and you really deserve to make a lot of album sales and get a lot of publicity for the band and everything. And I really appreciate you reaching out to me and doing the interview and everything.
Anytime.
Anytime. You know that.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going to end it because I'm having trouble with my connection. It's telling me there's a poor connection. So
No worries.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
No
I'll
worries.
put this up on YouTube very soon, okay?
Well, nice
Thank you.
talking
Nice
to you,
meeting
Emmy.
you.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
same here. You look after yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.